Alright. Sorry I'm getting around to this so late. I got tired last night and had to work tonight, so I'm just getting to it. But this is the recap of the Oklahoma Notre Dame game. I loved it. It's nice to finally get a win against Notre Dame. Overall, I thought we played really well as a team. People are going to say our defense didn't play well, but we gave up 100 yards passing, which is really good. We gave up 220 rushing, which looks bad, but we did have one 80-yard run on a busted play. That's not bad. That'd be 140, which is, it's not that bad of a day if that doesn't happen. And then we only gave 100 yards passing, and I got some stats right here for later, but when one of them was on a 30-yard busted coverage, so we really didn't do too bad. Let me see here. Blake Bell really played well. I thought he was a little jittery at first, but he handled his first start on the road really well. All you can do when you go into a road game against a top 25 team, best you can hope for. You got to just go in. However you win, you win. We won in convincing fashion, I think, so that's always positive. Let's see here. I got some stats I want to see. Blake was 22 for 30 for 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's all you can ask for from your quarterback. He did cramp up a little bit there in the third, but Trevor Knight came in and busted a huge run, so it's always nice. Let's see how we rushed. And then I know we ran for 212 yards again, so we're still running the ball very well, and they have a tough defensive front, so that's extremely positive. Clay rushed for 77, Bell rushed for 59. Bell just looked like he was running really well. He does have a weird running style, but man, it's nice to have that. And another thing I noticed about Bell is, not to hit on Landry Jones, we see how important he was to our team. We see how good he was, but one of the problems we always had was his under pressure. He would do something stupid. Bell stays into the last possible second. I seen him get hammered yesterday on a throw. It wasn't completed, but he put the ball really close. He didn't throw it to the ground like Landry did, and he didn't. He can, and if he does get pressured too much and he sees a hole, he'll take off. He doesn't get sacked very often. Williams came back and ran for 42 yards with a 4.7 average, so Finch only got the ball 3 times, and we didn't see Keith Ford yesterday, which really disappointed me. I was hoping we'd see him in the third or fourth quarter, especially when Clay got hurt, and then Damian Williams came up limping a little bit, so but we didn't see him. We may see him a few more times in the year. They may start. Looks to me like they're going to start not putting in as many players as they have been. We didn't even say Trey McGuire once yesterday, so Saunders, Shepard, Shepard had another big day. Had 83 yards, a touchdown. I've been really impressed with him so far. He's stepping up as a sophomore. That's all you can ask for from him. Our defense, like I said, Tommy Reese was 9 for 24, 4.3 yards per attempt. That's not good. There's 3 picks. Our defense, one thing I like about our defense is we create turnovers. That's what a good defense does. They create turnovers. That's what they say. Chicago Bears defense, even this year, years past, they not only have they stopped teams, but they've created turnovers, and they've always been the best defense in the league. That's what we do. We create turnovers. First 2 out of 3 throws of the game, we scored first 2 touchdowns within 2 minutes. Defense looked really good. If we could have just got going a couple of those times, we could have blown them out. We kicked 2 for 2 field goals there in the third quarter. If we score on that, when Trevor Knight kind of lost his 4 yards, if we score right there, that puts the game away. It may have already been away, but that puts us up 35 to 14 at the time. Morale's probably down right there, but we did get the win, so ain't really much to complain about. Let's see here what else we got. We didn't get Jalen Saunders only returned 1 punt for a yard, so, I mean, I do like Trey Franks on kickoff return. I like putting him in there for Brennan Clay. He's always in the past. He used to return kicks a couple years ago, but he had a problem with falling down. He's looked a lot better in it this year. He busted one for 40. He's playing defense now, so he's a senior. I think he's got his legs under him, so that's really good. And our special teams look pretty good. Like I said, our defense gave up one long run to George Atkinson, but he's a speed guy anyways. I mean, he's just one of those guys. He got loose, and we weren't going to catch him. It happens. I mean, busted plays happen all the time. You can't. So we gave up, our total defense was, we gave up 324 yards, I think. But, I mean, we're ranked 17th in total defense right now at 299 yards a game, which is way better than compared to last year. We'll be tested against TCU this upcoming week, but I'll make a preview video about that in a couple days. I'm just really excited that we finally beat Notre Dame. I mean, we were 1-9 against them like they've showed 1,000 times. And you can't look at this as more than it was. I mean, we beat the number 22 team who's now unranked. I mean, it's good. Yeah, we look at it as, it's a big game. You know, it's Notre Dame, but Notre Dame's not what they usually, or they were last year, or even, I mean, it's the name, but they're number 22. They're not ranked now, so it's a good road win at a top 25 team that don't have a great quarterback, and we got pressure on him. So, I mean, we can't read too much into it. Still got a lot going. We play home against TCU, which I think we can win pretty easily. Not easily, I guess, but we can win it if we play well. Then we got Texas, which they may be better with their new D coordinator, so we'll see there. But like I said, it was a good win. Played well. Offensive line played well. I don't think we gave up a sack. We might have given up one. We didn't have a turnover. That's always a positive. We controlled the time possession. We only had 4 penalties. Said we rushed for over 200, passed for over 220. We had 450 total yards. We were balanced as we want to be balanced, and that's what we were. We were balanced. 25 first downs to their 12. We ran 20 more plays than them. I just wish when they were down we could have just stepped on the throat, but I mean, you got to give credit to them. They kept fighting back. I mean, they never gave up. They had good heart today. They didn't give up. A lot of teams would have given up in the position they were in. They were down 21-7 at half, and they come out and they get right back into it. I mean, we were up 24-14. We got up 27-14, and they go right down. They bust the 80-yarder. I mean, they never gave up. But Oklahoma, when they what was it? It was 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2. We hadn't. Blake Bell had missed a few throws right then. We hadn't ran the ball great at the time. In the third quarter, it was 27-21. Their stadium got to rock, and they started playing music. They were jumping up and down. And Blake Bell hit Shepard on the slant for the 54-yard touchdown, and quiets him down, and that probably sealed the deal right there. And then we go for 2, get it. That puts them out. That puts a stamp on the game. And our defense came in and shut them down. That's what we needed right there. Our defense that came in and shut them down, and that's what they did. That's all you can ask for. Won by 14 on the road against a top 25 team. I mean, you got to be pleased with that. What I want to say is, I'm loving the way our new coaches are coaching. I mean, it felt like we got complacent there with our coaches we had last year. Some of the new hires, Beatonball, Montgomery. I mean, they're fired up. They're getting our players fired up again. I felt last year, OU was on the way down. I felt like we were going to start hitting 10-2, 10-2, 9-3, 9-3, maybe 8-4 season here every once in a while, like the 90s, even worse than 8-4. But with these new hires, I feel like we're back on our upward trend, which is always good. I feel like we're getting back up to where we need to be. So that really excites me for the future. We got some good guys, just like they pointed to today. Our offensive line's way more physical. Last year we got controlled. We only rushed for 15 yards last year, and we rushed for 212 today. I mean, they're not what they were last year. They still got Tuitt and Nix, and those two dudes are monsters. So, I like what I saw. Let's go beat TCU next week. And I'm gonna make a couple more videos tonight. I think I gotta make a Dallas video and a college prediction recap video. Then I might make another video and kind of talk about what happened to OSU and what that means. But other than that, I will make a preview video in a couple days for OU, and I'll talk to y'all later. Boomer Sooner.